Good morning, traders, and welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is March 7th, 2011, and we have a market that actually snapped back nicely here, considering oil at almost 107. We're just a couple cents away from those highs here in the oil market, and our market's holding up fairly well. As a matter of fact, the NASDAQ did a really good job of retracing all the way back to the balance area from Friday when we broke down. You can see on the daily chart here, these 18, 16 area on the S&P is still a very big area for this market, and we actually closed above it on Friday. We still haven't had a close above these 33 pivots here. So this wide range drop still from last week still in play here for us, even though we've got 3 days now inside of that wide range candle. It still has not been taken out on the regular cash session of 1333s. So what's going to be interesting today is again, we've held the 16-18 level, closed higher. We're trading up this morning, but not anywhere near back to the P formation that we had failed on Friday morning pre-market. And the question becomes for us is, are we going to rally back into that area, back to these 29s, 30s this morning, or are we going to falter? The question, I guess, would be is what is oil going to do to the equity markets today? Boy, you would think because we're gapping up to, we'd be actually gapping down in the markets, and we're pretty much up, slightly up to flat here in these markets. So these will definitely play into this. And again, I think for the most part, we just have to respect so far what we've got going on in these markets. Maybe this balance area is going to look something like that. If we don't take the 33s out, then we roll back down to these prior pivot lows, 1295 area, and we start to maybe chop around, building a larger balance area up here at these highs before actually continuing to move higher. And of course, if we start to break hard, then we break into prior balance areas to the downside. So the S&P is kind of wait and see this morning, as far as we've got Friday's range to play within, which would be down to the 1311s back to really the 1330s. But I'm looking at 2829 areas being a short-term area of supply as we go back up into the P formation retracement to look to sell into it at least the very first time. This week we got our finally our 140 target we've been talking about for some time on the euro that broke out of the prior balance area, and now we're in a new stage one on the daily time frames for the euro market. And, again, pullbacks in this market, we'll look to continue to buy it. You've got a lot of volume had built from 3940s to 3960 area. Obviously, if we got pullbacks into that would put maybe a higher low pivot in and look for that to continue to move higher. I don't think there's much off to the left on these daily charts, so if I don't have enough data loaded here, but I know that there's not too much, because 40s was one of the first objectives that we were going to be looking at when we got to that level on the euro. So pullbacks in the euro market this week until otherwise proven differently. Looking for continuation higher in that, and again alongside with oil, as oil's broken out and continuing higher. So it looks like oil's already sold off $1 here since it's opened, trading now at 105.97. Maybe they'll run for gap fill this morning on the oil market. Okay, all right, folks, you have a great trading day, and we'll see you in the room.